Hi everyone, I'm Jim Aku Brimstone and welcome to the review of The War Within, the first studio record by the band Shadows Fall. This year we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the record, so I had to go back and see if it still holds up or not. This video is a part of my series Dementia December, where I'm basically reviewing records I love, but I forgot to review them on the, anniversary date. With Shadows Fall I have a funny history because it's linked to this record. I first heard their music either in 2007 or 2008, I am not sure, but it was a song from this record, Inspiration on Demand. It was on some sampler, I think. I've listened through the song and I was like, this is an amazing band. I need to check out their entire discography, and I've just loved Of One Blood. That record is my favorite, especially the 2008 remaster. The Art of Balance, also fantastic record. Check out my review on the channel. I also reviewed Somber Eyes to the Sky and Fire from the Sky, so go check those videos out as well. Now let's focus on The War Within. So, the lineup on this record is the classic lineup. So we have Brian Furr on the vocals, he also does the lyrics. He has those big dreads on his head, it's fantastic. So Brian has been in the band since like 99, he's been on every studio record since. We've got John on the lead guitar and backing vocals and Matt on the rhythm guitar and clean vocals. So those dudes basically started the band, they've been here since the beginning. We also have Paul on the bass, he's also played on all of the records, and Jason Bittner on the drums. He's been with the band since The Art of Balance, so since like 2002 I think. It sold really well, it's the best-selling record for Century Media Records. I am happy that this band was recognized, because their previous records, all of them, were fantastic, and this one, spoiler, also is, so I guess you don't have to watch the review. The production was done by Zeus and it's tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. I love the sound of the guitars and the bass, the drums, the vocals, it's all mixed perfectly. You can hear every instrument without any problem. It has that clarity to it, but also raw aggression, so yeah, it sounds heavy and clean. It's not oversaturated, so yeah, like for example in 2024 when music was released, it just so over-compressed to shit. This one, it's clearer, it has punch, I love that. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about personal struggles, society, social constructs, politics, TV, religion, war, inner turmoil, so there is a lot of interesting topics here. And on the Wikipedia page you can read that basically they have a theme about a one man, and he's basically going through life on this record, seeing the good sides of life and also the bad sides. When it comes to the structure of the songs, it's between basic and advanced. So some of the tracks have that standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro structure, and other tracks, like for example the opener, The Light That Blinds, this one has a very long intro that has like 2 to 3 segments. Then we have the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, then a breakdown in the middle, then a bridge section with 2 guitar solos, which later changes into a completely new breakdown, which later changes into the pre-chorus and chorus, and a completely new section, and then an outro. So as you can see, there is more to it than the basic structure, so half of the record has that kind of structure, where more interesting things are happening, sometimes only once throughout the entire song, and the other tracks are more laid back and basic, but it doesn't mean they sound bad at all, it just means that the song is more simpler, but it's also fun to listen to. When it comes to the music genre on this record, Shadows Fall has always been a hybrid band, where they basically mix a couple of subgenres of metal. So at the beginning of their discography they were more of a melodic death metal band with some slight hardcore influences. Since the third record they've basically became a thrash metal, heavy metal, death metal hybrid that also mixes hardcore and metalcore. On this record they continue those vibes, but with more metalcore stuff thrown in. Not as much to call it a metalcore record, at least to me. I wouldn't call this just metalcore. It's like doing a disservice to the music because there is so much more happening here. You know, I just love those thrashy riffs, the heavy metal parts, the more death metal sections here and there. So yeah, there is a lot happening on this record. When it comes to musicianship, let's start with the drummer. Jason is on fire. His double leg work, you know, double bass work, the legs are just fantastic. He's a king at that. Then the grooves, the style, the precision of his playing, I just love it. He fits perfectly into this band. Next we've got the bass by Paul. The bass is audible. He mostly follows the guitars, but there are some parts here and there where he deviates from that stuff and he goes off on his own, like for example in the track Enlightened by the Cold. Very nice, I love his bass playing, it complements the guitars. And now let's talk about the guitars. Matt and John, they are masters at their instruments. I just love the guitar solos on this record, they're just so memorable, so much passion and energy behind them. Same with the guitar riffs. We get some crunchy breakdowns usually around, but also more heavier, thrashier and death metalish sounding riffs. Very fast, very juicy. They punch so much energy. They're so memorable. So yeah, I love that stuff. Next, finally, we got the vocals by Brian. I love his shouting, yelling, screaming. It has that distinct vibe to it. Like, you cannot mistake Brian Ferr for any other vocalist because he has his own voice and I love that about him. Also, we have both of the guitarists providing backing vocals. John is doing the growling, which is very nice because he has a death metal growl, so it adds variety into the mix. And also Matt is doing the clean singing. For example, on the song Inspiration on Demand, he's the one that sings the chorus. And I also love his voice. So this band is just so talented. They can do so much stuff here and all of it fits the music and the vibes. So yeah, kudos to them. I'm clapping. Great work. Now let's focus on the individual tracks. The Light That Blinds, the opener. I love the acoustic intro at the beginning, it's just so soothing. It sounds like a Metallica album is like opening, you know, it's like a Metallica album, and then the cool guitar riffs, and then we have the tremolo melodic death metal riffs, and Jason with his drumming just elevates the guitar riffs because he changes stuff all the time and he builds it up. And then we've got that thrash metal break, and then the verse happens, then the pre-chorus, that's all goes, the light that blinds. I love the first breakdown in the middle, and the growling there. Then we get the guitar solo section, which is just so beautiful, so memorable. I know that I am repeating myself, but it sounds like that. After that, we get the cool breakdown, the light that blinds, and that cool guitar lick, the light that blinds. Great stuff. This is one of my all-time favorite songs because every single section slaps and it's memorable. You know, I still remember every single section. I've just played them for you with my mouth and I was like, yeah, this wasn't hard at all to remember. It's just so much fun and interesting to listen to. 11 out of 10. Enlightened by the Cold. This one has a cool intro. I like the bass, as I stated before. It elevates the song. The chorus is beautiful. Enlightened by the Cold. Where is the torment? Great stuff. Again, fantastic guitar solo. And the melodies, just everything. 10 out of 10. Act of Contrition. This one I love, the main guitar riff, the intro. It's very melodic, very nostalgic sounding. But I guess I'm going to surprise you. This is not my favorite song on the record. I have nothing against it. Like, every single section is fun to listen to. There isn't a single second in this song that I would be just like, this is that good. No, everything is fun, but this song isn't that memorable. I always forget about it, and when I listen throughout the entire record, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that song, I like it, but it never stays in my head, so that's its only flaw. It's fun to listen to, and that's just that. It has a basic structure, again the solo slaps, 9 out of 10. What drives the week? This is probably the first single of the record. It has a fun music video. I love how heavy metalish this one sounds. It has that classic guitar riff in the verse. Love the intro. The guitar solo, the first one at the beginning of the song, it slaps. Then we get the cool chorus, which has the same riff as the intro. But what I love the most about this song is the breakdown in the middle, the solos there, the changes are just so much fun. Yeah, this is a classic song, very fun to listen to. 10 out of 10. Stillness has an amazing intro, I love the guitar riff there. This song isn't as memorable as the previous one or The Light That Blinds. It's fun to listen to. Again, I enjoyed the verses, the guitar riffs there, because they are very thrashy sounding. The guitar solo slaps as well, but yet again, this is a song that is very similar to the previous ones. I have nothing bad to say about it except the fact that it's just not memorable. So 9 out of 10. Inspiration on Demand. I respect this song because without it I wouldn't be here, like I wouldn't be reviewing this band because I guess I wouldn't hear about them. So Inspiration on Demand also has a music video and it's a single. It's probably the most recognizable song from Shadows Fall because it was on the radio and shit like that. I love the guitar solo at the beginning, the main guitar riff, the verses, very laid back for a Shadows Fall song. You know, the acoustic passages, how the bass is like more up the front and Brian is singing. Then we get the chorus, which is beautiful because Matt is doing hanging on, the lights on, the red light to fly away, in the sleep, seeking on. Love that stuff. And then again the middle part of the song with all of the guitar solos, the changes, the bridge part and the outro, it all slaps. This is one of my favorite songs here, 11 out of 10. The power of I and I. This is also the highlight of this record. I love the intro, the thrashy heavy breakdown, then and the growling. We are the gift of creation, and the change. Yeah, I love that. Then we get the chorus. What within myself, all is one. The power of I. Love that stuff. Love how they name drop the record. One of the best Shadows Fall tracks. Love the guitar solo in the bridge. It's just so memorable. That's my favorite guitar solo I think on the record because it's just so much fun to listen to. The breakdowns here, the verses, just everything. Every single section slaps. I would love to hear this one performed live. 11 out of 10. Ghosts of Past Failures. This one, yet again, it's interesting. I enjoy the verses. Some of the clean singing is actually quite surprising because it's the most melodic singing on the entire record. The guitar solo slaps, same with the guitar riffs. Again, I feel like this might be the weakest song on the record with Act of Contrition, but still it slaps. Like, it's not bad, it's just not that memorable as everything else that was previously on the album. 9 out of 10. Eternity is Within. I love the intro riff, and the drumming. I love that. That guitar riff later comes back in slightly different form, but it's just so thrashy, so punchy. I also enjoyed the more death metalish nature of some of the guitar riffs on this song. The screaming, the growling slaps, the guitar solo, fantastic. Yeah, I love this song, 10 out of 10. And the final track, Those Who Cannot Speak. This song, well, musically it's fantastic. I also enjoyed the lyrics because Brian said in an interview that he wrote this song for his autistic niece and nephew. And I must say that it's very wholesome, and the entire song kinda has parts that remind me of Fly to the Rainbow. I'm sure you've noticed that as well, but it's way better here. Sorry, sorry Scorpions. Those Who Cannot Speak is a banger. It's my favorite song on the entire record. I love the intro, which is very somber. Then we get that cool riff, then blast beat. Love those melodies. After that we get that cool break, with you, and that melody. After that we get in the middle that Fly to the Rainbow melodies. After that we get two guitar solos, which both are legendary. After that we get, I think, the breakdown, and we go back to that cool melodic death metal riff, the chorus, and the part as well. After that the breakdown comes back, but it's way heavier and different. We get a cool scream at the end, and blast beats. Yeah, so I must say that it's my favorite song, as I said before. Every single section is iconic to me. It makes me so happy because the entire record is fun to listen to. So when we finally get to this point, to Those Who Cannot Speak, I feel like this is what I've been waiting for, you know, this is the culmination of everything great about this album. 11 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I enjoyed this record from beginning to the end. Sure, I could change some things about it because 2 years later, Shadows 4 released a compilation, like a companion piece to this record called Fallout from the War, and that record has 6 original B-sides from the War Within sessions, 1 cover, which was also recorded during the War Within sessions, and 4 other tracks, 2 covers and 2 original tracks, which one of them was the Art of Balance B-side, but it was re-recorded, and Dead World from the Dead World EP 2001, but also re-recorded. And well, from those 6 B-sides that didn't make the cut for the War Within, I feel like 2 of these songs, or even 3, should have been on the War Within, like instead of Act of Contrition, Stillness, and The Ghost of Past Failures, because I truly enjoyed that song called Gone, or whatever. I don't remember the title, but it goes so hard. I just love that one. It's so weird that it didn't make the cut for the War Within. Also, another song that was called Haunting Me Endlessly, I think. It was also so fun. So yeah, even the B-sides from the War Within slap, and they are on the same level as the record. So I am very happy that the label and the band decided to release every B-side. They've only done this because the record The War Within became a massive success. If it wasn't a success, I don't think we would ever hear those B-sides realized and heard by the masses. So I'm happy that we got this chance to hear the B-sides, because I love the B-sides just as much as the songs on the record. So yeah, The War Within, to me, it's perfect. My favorite songs, obviously, Those Who Cannot Speak, The Light That Blinds, and The Power of I and I. Those 3, the best ones here. Then Inspiration on Demand, What Drives the Weak, Enlightened by the Cold, and Eternity is Within. Great record, great band. I cannot say anything bad about them. I guess that's all I'm going to say here. So celebrate University by spinning this record this year. Shadows Fall has played the entirety of The War Within in December live, so that was very nice. I wish they would like tour the entire record in Europe as well, because I would love to see that. Sadly, it will never happen, I guess. Yeah, give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, link in the description. Consider becoming a YouTube member or joining the Patreon so I can make more reviews and more videos. Write down in the comments your favorite songs from this record. Do you love The War Within? Maybe you think it's overrated. I would never think like that about it. It deserves its respect. That's all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.